Hi, good morning, and a very happy new year, 2023. This is really an exciting time. This is going to be a super exciting year. This is the first day today here at work. For those of you don't know, I'm Arvind Sareen. I run Copper Digital. We are a digital transformation startup. We're based in Dallas, Texas. And this is really special because there are so many amazing technologies that have now become available, especially looking at CHAT GPT. It is just changing the way business is done. So super exciting time. In this video, not only did I want to wish you a very happy new year, but also wanted to share with you what are going to be my new year resolutions and what's that framework that's going to really help me in having an awesome year. This is definitely going to be a great year. So I'm not in Dallas, I'm here in Gurgaon, and I made that decision because I saw that there is a much bigger team that I have here, and in order to implement some of my goals, it was really amazing that the access to some amazing talent here at that right cost was next level. So I decided that I wanted to be here, and I am going to be working with my team and training and leading by example and helping everybody with whatever those goals are and explaining to them very clearly. So in order to do that, I wanted to figure out my framework. Now, it's always important to have a new set of goals every now and then. I've been doing this since when I was in college. Whenever I would have a brand new semester start, I would say, okay, now this is almost like a reset button. So why don't we go ahead and come up with some goals? How are things going to be very different in this semester? So that's that same thought process that I try to implement every time something new happens. So let's say if it's my birthday, then I'd be like, okay, well, now this next year, this is what I want to make sure that I do so that I can check and adjust. It's just a really good way that has worked for me for iterating on the thought process and kind of using those learnings and having a fresh start. So I'm always super excited about getting into a new year. So now in 2023, I did a similar thought process. So I wrote down some of my goals in my notebook. I love to journal as well. So I came up with this model, KWKH. So the first K was kindness. This is really important. I wanted to make sure that I'm spending some time in ensuring that the rest of the day I'm making decisions with kindness. And I'll get to why it is very important. So that's K. And then W is wealth. Maybe not necessarily in that order, but this is a great year to create like next level wealth because of the different avenues that are available now for helping businesses in digital transformation. And for a company like us, we only need a few dozen customers for the entire year. Why is building that wealth important? Because then I can hire some really amazing people, some great talent to help me in implementing my vision. So that's really important. Now, the next K comes for knowledge. Now, this year, I'm going to make sure that I'm continuing to increase my knowledge. It's something that is very important for anybody who wants to be successful to continue to upgrade their knowledge, their skills. And how I'm going to do that is using Audible, because Audible has really helped me a lot. And I'm going to be listening to some new books. And the way I do it is that I look at self-help or business books and I see that what are some of the books with the best rating. And if you look at those very highly rated books, because other people have found it really helpful. So that's a good way to look at those books and then try those out and then see if you might be able to get some good knowledge there. So upgrading my knowledge. And then also another thing that works is that if I want to learn something, then I could just look for some highly rated YouTube videos on that. So that's going to be another avenue. So KWKH, and the last one, the H, is for health. Now, this is one thing very important, that in order to be most productive and to have the best impact, health is always really important. So I have some goals that I've made for 2023. The way I think about this is that for health, it's physical as well as mental. And for physical, I'm going to be joining a gym, getting a personal trainer. And then for mental, I'm going to do meditation. This is what I've found as extremely helpful. And the important thing here is that I want to do whatever it is that I do every single day for the rest of the year. If you do that, then you would notice some compounding effects. So think about it. Like if I go to the gym every single day, even if it's for 45 minutes to an hour, at the end of the year, I'm going to be in really good shape and good health. Now, I've already, in the last couple of years, done a fairly good job on managing my diet, but now the focus is going to be on exercising and then building that muscle. And then, like I said, for meditation, it just gives you clarity, and that's going to be very important. So I'm going to be meditating 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, and that's something that you could also try for yourself. That's going to give you this next level clarity. Now, overall, there's another set of principles that I use that are the 3 C's. These are the values for Copper Digital. So what that means is that C for clarity. So when you stay away from all of the toxins, including alcohol and anything else that gives you that headless feeling, it just gives you that clarity. If you eat right, if you're exercising, if you're meditating, then it gives you clarity. And then the second C is for compassion, which is very important. It kind of goes back to that kindness module in my 2023 goals in that KWKH framework. So compassion. So when you have clarity, you'll be able to see things exactly how things are happening and what's happening. You'll get that clarity by just observing. And then once you have that clarity, you have to show compassion, because compassion is extremely important. Like, you don't want to be regretting, let's say 10 years down the road, that, oh, I wish I was kind with such and such people. Like, you have to practice that compassion. But my coach tells me that it's important to have the boundaries as well. So grace is important, but then have those boundaries. And so that's the second C. And then the third C is going to be courage. So, let's see what happens. Like, if you are very clear, if you're clear, and if you are acting with compassion, then why you gotta be scared about anything? Just go ahead and be courageous and make things happen. Like, nothing should be stopping you. And anyways, most things that we think, something really wrong, something bad that can happen, it just, first of all, it almost never happens. And that is usually not that bad. So it's important to have that type of a framework. And again, this is something that I created while I was journaling during this New Year holiday period. But I would encourage you to have your own framework, to think about what is important for you, what matters for you, and then create this framework for yourself that's going to help you at the end of the year. When you look back, you're going to be like, wow, look where I was and where I am now. And then take advantage of that compounding effect that you read in a lot of books as well. So good luck, and if you need any help, then you can leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to review the framework for some of you and also give you more advice and input if you need. And hopefully what's worked for me, what's working for me, is going to be helpful for you, and it's going to work for you as well. Thank you very much.